heads, acne, and weight gain in the strangest of places. And then she started to cry, and I cried with her. Our tear glands are hardwired. She cries, I cry. It was a big day for her, and I thought it would be a big day for me as well. After all, I had been waiting for this day since I was 12. The first of my friends, Megha, got her period then, and for the next few months, till someone else got it, she was supposedly superior and more grown-up than her prepubescent friends. But now that I finally got my period, I didn't feel much different. If I were to say this to the 14-year-old Aisha, who was obsessed about getting her period and spent over 5,000 hours reading about PCOS, that is polycystic ovary syndrome, whose variant I suffered from, she would have smacked my face. How can spilled blood make me a woman? Outside, my mother was crying into the phone to Dad while lighting incense sticks and murmuring little prayers from time to time. Over the past 5 years, the problem of my delayed period had been troubling them emotionally and financially. At last count, I had visited 12 specialists, some of whom charged a limb for advising us to wait patiently. A few had prescribed medicines, which were rather discomforting, but I did everything without so much as a word of complaint, even though I saw through their deception. My parents were stressed out, and I could not add to their anxiety by being a rebel. Later that night, we went out to celebrate my becoming a woman. My dad couldn't join us because, like always, he was in a city different from where his family was. He worked in a nationalized bank and took every transfer that came his way, sometimes for a raise as low as 200 rupees a day. That seemingly measly extra 4,200 a month went a long way to provide relief to our extenuating circumstances. My dad's sacrifice game on a scale of 0 to 10 was Jesus. I loved him, though not as much as I loved Mom, because she was a goddamn fairy. But I loved him enough, and we loved each other in the way fathers and daughters love each other, a little on the shy side. I never jumped up and sat on his lap like I did with Mom or hugged him when trying to sleep. Nor would he kiss me all over, but he would forego food for a month if it meant a new uniform for me or my brother. Sarthak and I were both scholarship students, and we skimped on lunches, wore worn-out clothes, but there was never too much to go around. 4 more years, we used to tell ourselves every time we killed a desire. I will buy you everything, I used to tell my mother. Buy everything you need first, my mom would answer, a little guilty at how much her medical bills cost the family. So, the celebration. The restaurant was clearly beyond our means, but thank God it was a buffet and we had with us a human vacuum cleaner of food, my 18-year-old brother, Sarthak. He's only a year older and really, really quiet. He went to a boarding school once. I think that did it. Made him serious and broody and ripped. Initially, we would also move with each of Dad's transfers, which made both my brother and me lose a couple of school years, which in turn made us the oldest in our classes. So, Sarthak, 18, was literally the oldest guy in our school. Thank you, he said to me while loading his plate with portions rivaling a UN food aid package to Kenya. What? I feigned innocence because that's what we do as siblings. Discussions around period, lingerie, and masturbation, or any sexual reference for that matter, was out of bounds. And congratulations, he said. Why was he talking to me? Of all the times, he found today to be a supportive big brother. If you need anything, let me know, he said. Stop talking to me! I nodded and walked as far away from him as possible. It had taken me 3 months to teach my mother how to use Skype, and she had used this recent know-how to surprise me. Dad was on the table as well, watching us eat. I think he was crying. I didn't look at him because I would have cried too. We cry a lot as a family, my brother excluded, who just stares into his books and reads. And so we celebrated.